What's up, everyone? How's it going? In this game, we have the Viper as our yellow Byzantine spawning in the west side. Wait, where's the sound at? I don't know what happened to the sound. That's strange. There's new music over here on the southeast side of Dry Arabia. We have FitzyHere as the Holy Roman Empire. So it's the west versus the east. Which part of the Roman Empire will succeed? So for those of you who don't know, the Viper is a S tier AoE2 player who sometimes pops over to AoE4. He did play AoE4 on release for a while. I want to say he played for like 4, 5, 6 months, something like that straight. And then he started jumping back and forth between AoE2 and 4. If you look him up right now, like I did right before this match, like I do, he is currently in Plat 2 with a 26.7% win rate. Yeah. This is the real Viper. I had to double check that because I was like, this doesn't make any sense. But yeah, it is the real Viper. All his links are there to the Liquipedia, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, everything. So yeah, this is the real Viper. And then for those of you who don't really know FitzyHere, he's a pretty standard Holy Roman Empire player. Well, actually, I wouldn't say that he's standard, that he plays Holy Roman Empire in a standard manner. He just spams a lot of Holy Roman Empire. His games have when I first started casting him, he would do a lot of Minework Palace shenanigans into Burgrave, but then sometimes he would go like Minework Palace into Regnitz, into like Elsbach. I don't know. Okay, so and there we see the Minework Palace come down. So it's a little difficult understanding what Fitzy is trying to do, but we will see. Like he is a solid player, and he just moved all his villagers over, the remaining villagers over to crap, sorry, I forgot to switch that over again. I got a little distracted before the cast. And over here for Byzantine, we do have him going for the Grand Winery. It's a nice little position right there. Let me see, 1, 2, I think there's enough space for 2 olive groves right here, so that's a solid positioning. He did go for the single cistern age up, which I've been seeing a little bit more of. We'll see what he does in comparison to what other people have been doing, right? And that is a very early age up to 330. That's a fast age up. So keep in mind, the Holy Roman Empire, they're quick. They can get early feudal sub 4 minutes, but at this rate, Fitzy only has 3 villagers on the Minework Palace anyway, so he's not going to be getting the sub 4. But for Viper here to get a 330 age up, sorry, that's really insane. That's good. I think I'm pretty sure that puts it at roughly the same time as the Zushi Legacy, because the Zushi Legacy are able to get a 330 as well, like around a 330, 345. Okay, now the music is way too loud. What the hell? Okay, I don't get what's going on with my audio. And we do get the second one coming up, the second level cistern. This cistern is purely built off of getting the age up, which is 32 stone, getting the house, which is 8 stone, lumber mill, another house is another 8. So he's able to afford the second cistern solely off of building stuff, because remember, you get stone back for every building you build. So he's not going for any type of early lumber, or not lumber mill, mining camp on the outcropping. He's sticking to just his normal buildings to get his cistern up, which is pretty solid. And I have been seeing this quite a bit too recently. We have our archery range. Okay, that is not gonna end well for our HRE player, considering we have the Eastern contract. Oh, he's going for the Western contract with the longbows. Ooh, this may go a little bit better for him, but even then, what's he gonna do against longbows when he's just gonna be spamming out archers? We have the barracks down as well in order to get the Lamentinai, so he could start tanking some damage. Lamentinai are insanely strong. I underestimated them when the game first came out, but now, no, they're a huge core part of my army, or a huge core of my army. I'll have 20, 30 Lamentinai, easy, like 8 to 12 Varangian guards, and then a crap ton of crossbows archers in the back. Shield wall up the Lamentinai, tank all that freaking damage from the enemy archers or the enemy ranged units. Yeah, really good, really solid. And then it absolutely counters the general build that you'll see of cavalry archers, because with your Lamentinai you'll be able to kill off the cavalry pretty easily, and then your archers will finish off the cavalry as well. They take 50% less damage, plus they have the armor on them, so they take even less damage. Yeah, I like it. The more and more I've been playing Byzantine and spamming out Lamentinai, I've been enjoying them. But let's talk about this game. Viper is sitting on 27 villagers, 9 military, 5 longbows, 3 Lamentinai. What's going on over here? Oh, a little bit of wolfy attack. Lamentinai is chasing out the scout. FitzyHere, he's down 2 villagers, so he's kind of cut production, or at minimum, he's delayed his. He's delayed a couple villagers, and it starts adding up as well. He is going to be going into his castle. This is something that really irritates me about Fitzy, though. He does this a lot, where he'll just migrate huge chunks of villagers back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Like, I don't get it. I really don't. Regnitz Cathedral, this is exactly what I was talking about in the beginning. He'll open with the Minework Palace, do almost nothing with it, and then he'll go into the Regnitz Cathedral for his age up, or for his castle age landmark. And we are getting a little bit of a push out right now from the Viper. We have 10 longbows, 8 Lamentinai. This is going to be able to do quite a bit of damage if Viper commits to this, because Fitzy only has 5 archers, a 6 on the way, and 2 prelates. The 2 scouts as well that could technically soak up a little bit of damage, but with the amount of Lamentinai here, he'll just be able, or Viper will be able to just kill those very quickly. Also, the other scouts out in the middle of nowhere. So it doesn't look like the Viper's going to be pushing through. He is just going to be poking and prodding. There's a good chunk of villagers down here that he'd be able to push off. 5 villagers are on the Regnitz in order to try to get that age up. Nice rotation coming through now for Viper over here on the southwestern side of Fitzy's base. All of those villagers have to migrate now. All of them are getting pulled off. Is there a... I guess that's a fine gold. He doesn't really have an easily securable second gold. Yeah, he could go to the northern one, of course. Wait, is he gonna just... Is he gonna take like one of those obscure ones like this one up here? No. No. We do have the Golden Horn Tower coming down for Viper though. First relic does get picked up, of course, in favor of our Holy Roman Empire player. Where are you though? I don't see where the first relic got picked up from. Oh, there it is. He's okay. That was a little bit of a misclick from him then. I didn't think it was that one because it's walking away from the Regnitz Cathedral instead of walking towards it. And now we are going to be getting the age up for Viper through. Wait, no, you're not. Viper, don't build a monastery. You have your grand winery. No, Viper, what are you doing? That's a Wololo is going off. He will be able to convert the two Lamentini. Oh, yes, right there. Nice little conversion. Good job, Prelate. Villager does go down. Oh, the first villager of this game too. I thought Fitzy was able to pick one off earlier, but he goes. Viper must have forgotten that his Grand Winery also counts as a monastery, unless he wants the gold instead of the olive oil. But it doesn't really matter what he wants if he doesn't build any monks to go out there and start grabbing some of these relics. Viper is out on the map. He is going to be able to get. Oh, what are you doing? Longbow's over here for the Viper, just killing off a few of the archers of FitzyHere. Where's the so one prelate is gonna. Oh no, it's not even gonna go down. The prelate's gonna stay alive. Veterancy coming through for Viper, the veterancy contract coming through for Viper, which means he's gonna have access to the Lench Connect now. And then for the elite contract, he gets Strotsky. Double stab. No, two Lamentini against two Lamentini, brothers at arms. Nice damage coming through from Viper, but the archer mass for Fitzy is getting a little higher, which is, this is something you don't see that's not typical of the HRE at all, which is going for an archer mass. Generally what you would see them do is go heavy man at arms. He could just run in there and poke this and just get that kill. Oh, Viper. He still hasn't. Yeah, he has one. So he built the monastery and he's building his monks out of the Grand Winery. I think he realized his mistake, and we do have our first Varangian guard out on the field, gonna push away the prelate and neutralize the northern sacred site. Monk for Viper is going to be securing up the southernmost sacred site. I would rather him grab the relic and then worry about the sacred site, but this is the Viper we're talking about. He is insanely good, don't get me wrong, but he also built a monastery instead of making the monks right as he clicks over from his Grand Winery. But like I said, it could be that he would rather have the gold instead of the olive oil. Personally, I would rather have the olive oil just because it's a lot. How can I say it? In the early stages, it's better to have the olive oil instead of the gold because you still have your gold mines. There's still a lot of gold veins everywhere. Later on, if you want, you could switch it over into a monastery in order to start getting the gold generation. We do get a little bit of a rotation coming over here from, oh no, I thought Fitzy was going to start collapsing down south. So 3 relics, which is optimal for the Holy Roman Empire, and then we have 1 relic plus another one coming in. Where did it go? Yeah, so it did get into the monastery. He wants the gold instead of the olive oil, which is perfectly fine, of course. Nice little damage coming through right there from our longbows from the Byzantine Empire. Are we gonna get an actual commitment here from the Viper? Or is, oh, we have a decent force right here. That's a lot of knights. 6 knights are gonna be able to just tear through this army. There aren't enough crossbows for the Viper either. The charges do come through from the knights onto the Varangian guards. Good little decision from Viper to just sacrifice the Varangians instead of losing his archer mass. And again, the Varangians are going to be pushing through. He only has 3 crossbows, excuse me. And the knights are going to get a charge off on the longbows. If he loses the longbows, it's not that big of a deal. The major thing is losing out on all those, oh, excuse me, sorry about that. Is going to be losing out on the crossbows, because without those, he's not really going to be able to deal with the knights. Another charge is going to come off onto the ranged units. Lance Connect are here. They will get picked off though before, oh, he does get at least 1 slice off. And look at that AoE damage though. The archer mass has been dwindled down quite significantly. Varangian guards out on the field. They're going to be getting tore up in the back line as well. There's still a healthy number. I say healthy, but I think there's only 1 crossbow left in order to actually deal with armored units. Meanwhile, in the back, it looks like Viper may have lost 1 or 2 villagers, but more than that, he did lose quite a few of his ranged units. He is able to hold and push FitzyHere back. He was able to push FitzyHere to FitzyThere. Yeah, I know. I'm amazing. It's okay, guys. You could admit it in the comments. We have, I was gonna say palace guards. Where did palace guards come from? We have prelates capturing the center sacred site, as well as already captured the southern sacred site. A monk from the Viper did capture the northern one, and we have a rotation coming around with a few archers in order to do a little bit more damage. I haven't checked. We're barely on level 3 cisterns. He needs to be on, he should have already been on 4 or 5. 17 minutes into the game. Yeah, he definitely should be on 5 right now. And it's not just the Viper. I've seen other pros that have been delaying their cisterns quite significantly too. We are getting attempted harass over here on the eastern side of the map from Viper. He might be able to get a decent amount of villagers if he's paying attention, which it doesn't look like he was. So far, 2 villagers go down. We have another little alarm. Lamentanai goes down. Lynch Connect are fighting knights over here on the center of the map. Villagers going down for Fitzy on the eastern side of the map. Quite a few alarms are popping off, but it doesn't really seem like it's that significant of damage, aside from the huge amount of idle time that the Viper has forced Fitzy into. Decent micro over here from the archers. 4 out of, I think there was about 8 archers right there, so he's already lost 4, but he might, oh no, some more units are going to be collapsing on top of him. Wait, what are you doing, monk? Oh, I honestly thought the monk thought he was a Shaolin monk and start beating him up with the bow staff, but he's just healing. The Viper is putting himself in a really good position. Currently, 4 villagers have died for both players. 55 villagers for the Viper, 45 military for him. Just jumped up to 50. 21 longbows, 12 Varangian guards, gets another villager. Second villager goes down as well. 13 Varangian guards, 13 crossbows, 4 Lamentanai. That number needs to increase. Otherwise, the knights are going to just be able to bulldoze through the front line and go directly into the back line. That's not where you want them, ever. We did get an offensive keep attempt from the Viper. This is going to be an extremely good position for him if he is able to get it up. We have a few to Lamentanai over here on the eastern side as well. Those longbows are just in a horrible position. The knights were able to get a charge off on them, and they're going to be getting completely destroyed. Villagers are trying to get focus fire down, but there's just not enough military for Fitzy. He's currently sitting at 23, less than half of what our Byzantine player has. And really nice push coming through from from the Viper. Is he going to be able to end the game here? I don't believe so. Let's see, what does he have? What does Fitzy have back home? He is going for the Palace of Swabia, right next to the gold mine. Okay, that's fine. Does he have any emplacements? No, he doesn't. This is something that I've noticed about Fitzy though, is he doesn't really believe in emplacements. A few more villagers are going down. None of those villagers are going to really matter once the Palace of Swabia is up in about 3, 2, 1 now. And now we're getting a defensive keep coming through from Fitzy as well. Should be grabbing a relic to be transferring over there. Yes, we hear the pickup. Sacred Site victory approaching in 9 minutes 35 seconds right now. Viper has put himself in an amazing position. More villagers will be going down right there too. Defensive Wololo, which realistically is not going to matter because longbows exist in this matchup. Nice little skewer. A couple of the knights do go down. A lot of villagers are going to be going down. A total of 19, 21, 23 villager kills so far. Another defensive Wololo, but it does get picked off by the longbows. He has a nice defensive structure right here, I guess. He's gonna put the relic in there. It does need emplacements. We're getting the cannon emplacement in there. Do we have one in the other one? We don't have one in the outpost. So at this rate, what Fitzy needs to do, obviously print out villagers. Does he have it? No, he has it going towards, oh, this was what I was going to mention. Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied with this video. Not entirely sure why. Viper is going to be breaking through the northern part of the map, northern part of the base for Fitzy. There's a lot of infrastructure up here. He's gonna have to cancel 2 of his barracks that were coming up. Okay, so he's sitting on, Fitzy's currently sitting on 2 stables, 2 archery ranges, 3 archery ranges, and that's it. Okay, so he has 5 buildings, 5 military buildings, and that's all. Oh, give me one moment. I need a sneeze and it's not coming. Okay, there he goes. Sweet. And now we are getting a few trebuchets out on the field. There's currently 2 with 3 Manganaus Springolds. Getting a couple more offensive structures out here. Military production have the siege workshops right in the middle of the map. 2 more barracks. Sacred Site victory in 7 seconds. Viper has put himself in a really solid position. We're gonna see what he does with this though. We'll see the emergency repair on the keep once it hits like 10% health. Anything before that just really isn't worth it. I do not know why he's moving. Why is he moving crossbows towards the trebuchets? Emergency repair does activate on the keep. Damn, that was some distance right there on that. Freaking I don't know what's going on here. I really don't understand what Fitzy is trying to do. He's not going to be able to hold. He's losing military buildings, military production. He has a siege workshop. He was able to get the culverin out, but the culverin just got destroyed the moment it came out. He needs to put the siege workshop like up here somewhere or next to the Palace of Swabia. Especially now that he has a keep there. Regnitz Cathedral. Where's the prelate? The prelate needs to go over there, grab. Okay, there it goes. He's gonna grab it, throw it inside of the other keep. Still no outposts or emplacement on the outpost. Runs out of stone, which makes sense because all his villagers got pulled off of stone. He only has 66 left anyways there. But he does have a huge stone outcropping over here on the eastern side of the map. At this point, okay, yeah, I was gonna say at this point, Viper is just starving him out, and it'd be a matter of time before GG gets called. GG does get called. Game goes to our yellow Byzantine player, TheViper. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.